What's up, YouTube? Today we are reacting to an old clip, but a good one, of Jubilee, atheists versus Christians debating truth and belief. So, gonna be an exciting one. Let's check it out. I haven't watched this. I'm watching this live, by the way. So, here we go.
Let's see. Probably.
The age-old debate, atheists and Christians.
Should be interesting.
Yeah. Can I have all of my atheists over there? Can I have all my believers over here? I believe there is good in every person.
Just to note, I did skip the first two premises. They were, does pineapple belong on pizza? I might actually show that. We'll see. And or at least my response to it. And the second one is I'm nervous about the day. Interesting topics, but not as interesting as this. So
If I just choose to believe that everyone is purely bad or evil, then that's going to be pretty.
And then you have to decide what the definition of good
Yeah,
is.
It,
What
like
is good?
according to Christianity, there's no one good. No, not one. But I don't necessarily believe that if no one's good.
okay. We gotta stop there because it's more complex than that. I think a more robust view is that we are all human beings made in the image of God. And because of sin, that image is broken. And so I'm not denying our sinful nature, but at the same time, we're still created in the image of God. And because of that, human beings actually have a great capacity for good and also a great capacity for evil. Now, there are bents in all of us that in some ways lead us to stray away from God in different areas of our life. We have these bents of rebellion. But I think to just kind of land on this, no one is good. I really think that that's a psalm being taken out of context. Maybe the best way to view it is no one is good compared to God because of his moral holiness. Our goodness doesn't compare. But just in a general sense of being a human being, you don't have to be a Christian to do good things or have morality. Keep going. And that's because you're made in the image of God, regardless of whether or not you believe in him.
I
We're
don't
born with a sin nature.
Yeah, so that's hard. Is like my definition of good, it may not align with scripture. So it's hard because that's why I hesitated. Like, I want to believe everybody's good.
If that's antithetical to the Christian.
I mean, can we just be honest? Not everybody's good. Can we land there? Like, I feel like at some point you do so much evil that like maybe a little small goodness in your life doesn't, it's like irrelevant to the amount of evil you're doing.
Belief is that you're born is sinful. It's interesting that the three of you came who are believers in that.
I'm not saying people are innately good. I'm saying all. I just understood the question as all people are capable of.
Disagree.
And I would agree. All people are capable of good.
Yeah, no. Start with Hitler and go from there. Are people, are some people born good and turn bad?
Well, I think that's why the definition of good is subjective. That's why it's like each his own for a definition, which is kind of hard.
We don't know what is right or wrong without the Bible because it's God that makes the rules.
You don't need the Bible to have morality, once again. Obviously, as a Christian, having the Bible will give you a more robust knowledge of what is good. But there's many civilizations without the Bible who are still capable of doing good.
Really?
Without God,
Really?
you have no rules.
You can't make a decision on your own whether it's good or bad.
What about Hitler? He made a decision. He thought it was good.
And he was wrong. You don't need the Bible to tell you that.
Well, you're born with that.
You do need God to justify that it is wrong. That's the battle there. That to justify what he did is objectively morally wrong. It doesn't exist in an atheist worldview. most atheist worldviews. Some try to argue for objective morality. I just don't think they can actually ground it in anything.
God put that in you.
As
That
you
nature,
believe,
that conscience.
as you believe.
That's not a belief, it's a fact.
I believe my life has worth and value.
Notice one of the atheists not walking over there.
To my mother. Yes, I would want people to think that they have worth and value, but I mean, we are all ants on a big ball.
We are all very important. The design in those things, if a man were to design it, it would cost
This guy's name is Jeremy. Very interesting character.
several $1 million to make a human, if that were possible. And yet, God has created billions of us.
Come on, Nancy.
I believe in people. I believe we make our own choices. I don't believe that there is a overriding being controlling those choices or controlling our situation.
Okay, that's irrelevant to whether or not, I mean, it's not irrelevant, but the question is, do we have value? And so I think God existing has relevance, but I don't know about kind of this idea of controlling being, controlling your situations.
You are
That doesn't establish value.
important.
So I do not think that inherently just existing gives you worth and value. I think that you make choices, personal choices every single day on how you live your life and how you treat people.
I just want to say that's terrifying. The idea that just existing, you don't have value as a human being, which I think actually goes against our nature. Now, she's going to try to justify and give a framework for how value comes about.
And how you exist in the world and those.
Well, hold on. You just made a.
And I don't know what this woman's going to say, but there is no intrinsic value in a human being in an atheist worldview, at least no justifiable intrinsic value. You have to borrow from a theistic worldview, whereas we know that human beings are made in the image of God. Therefore, we intrinsically have value and worth because of our Creator.
Definition about what value is, but you still don't believe you're valuable based on your explanation?
I said I'm not inherently valuable. My being born does not
You're
just.
saying based on your contribution to the world determines your value, right? What you give back.
No, please don't.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Don't. He's just asking. And it kind of sounded like that's what you're saying. So is this woman actually going to reshape what she's saying or give clarity?
I'm not trying. I'm trying to. Man.
There are many people who just exist because of instinct or because do their lives have value? I don't know. If they find.
Well, make up your mind. Do people not have intrinsic value, or do you not know if they have intrinsic value based off just existing?
Value in it, sure. If they don't, maybe not. Who am I to judge whether somebody's life is inherently valuable?
I have had my doubts on the existence of a higher power.
I am a woman
I'm sorry, you're not a human being if you haven't doubted.
of faith and belief. I believe in the supernatural and higher power and a being that there's no accident in the way we were created. Yeah, I think anytime I have gone through hardship, I've questioned not just what I believe. I question my life. I question my profession. I question my relationships. So,
I mean, I feel like that's completely normal.
I think, if you believe, whether it's Islam, Hindu, I think you have to doubt it. You can't just jump in there and be like, sign me up, I agree with everything, let's do this.
That would be for you, but that's not for everybody that is a believer of any particular religion.
It just be with anyone who wants to face whatever they believe with rationality.
Don't question anything.
But in your view, by standing and saying, I don't think there's any higher power, do you ever face any doubt of thinking maybe there is?
Great question.
Well, the definition of an atheist is someone who does not believe. It's not
We know.
a declaration per se that there is no God. I'm an atheist activist. I'm on the board of Atheists United here in Los Angeles.
Woo.
And on the steering committee for Americans United for Separation of Church and State.
Which the church fought for, by the way. Don't quote me on that. Pretty positive though.
All right, come on in.
I'm pretty positive.
No, I've never had any doubt. Because I
Not surprised. I don't know. Like, of course, this is the guy. No, never, not once.
can see design everywhere. And you are not an atheist, you're an agnostic.
No.
You see,
I'm
an
an atheist.
agnostic
No,
believes.
don't tell me what I am. I am an atheist.
An atheist doesn't believe
I'm an atheist.
An
No.
atheist doesn't believe in the
definition-
supernatural, period.
An atheist
An
does not believe in
agnostic
that. No.
does believe
An
in the
atheist is
supernatural.
Bro, she didn't even bring up the supernatural.
That does not.
He just doesn't believe in God.
I am telling you what an atheist is.
You're wrong.
No,
Do you believe in the
I am an
supernatural?
atheist.
Let's just see how this plays out.
You know,
Do you
look,
believe in the
look,
supernatural?
do not tell me.
Do you believe
what
in
I am.
witches?
We don't
I
need to
am
make
what I
anybody
am.
right or wrong. It's just answer the question, give her
tell me what I
space to
am.
talk. Give her
Right.
space to talk.
Do you believe that this line of interrogation, questioning furthers your
No, I'm just giving facts.
Saved by the Bell?
Bro knows all. Bro knows all. Just giving facts. Golly, it's tough to watch this and then see the Christian is like, dude, what's going on, man? Jeremy, come on.
I believe, as a person, I have room for improvement.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
look, we all
Yo, Jeremy hesitated. That's all I'm saying.
agree.
We all have room for improvement.
That's my aspiration on a daily basis, is to be a better
course.
person.
We're always learning.
I used to think at some point I would actualize into, I've made it. I've made it into maturity and wisdom. No.
Teenager, you think when I'm in college, I'll have it figured
Yep.
out. When I
Right.
graduate, I'll have it figured out. When I get married, I'll have it figured out. When I have kids, I have it figured out. But we're always.
We won't reach perfection until we get to heaven.
Amen, brother.
Down here is an imperfect world. Our knowledge is imperfect. Our bodies are imperfect. Our world is imperfect.
She hates him. Look at that face. So done with him. I mean, bless his heart, I can't blame her.
I mean, I'm agreeing with you, but it's the delivery of it.
All right.
We understand,
Improvement.
but
Right.
Let's stay
yeah,
up.
We all.
stick
What
to
was the question?
improvement.
We all believe that we have room for improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
You have to acknowledge something positive. I just want to see what they say about Jeremy.
All right, Alyssa, I acknowledge you for keeping very focused.
Just gonna avoid him. I won't bore us with the rest, but man, kind of a live reaction, not as interesting as I thought it would be. But I love what Jubilee does, and just these conversations about belief and what's true. So hope you guys have an incredible day. If you like the video, you like the reaction, man, hit the subscribe, hit the like. I'm not gonna beg, but have a good one. Peace.